And God only chose.
Jesus.
We, at the time that everything happened, service would have really been over. But I thank God that we had extended praise and worship today, because my daughter was here and another young lady was here, and they're singers, and we just wanted to praise, and so we extended praise and worship. But while we were praising and worship, a guy came in, and he, and it's not uncommon for people to come in, hear the music, and go back out. A guy came in, he stood in the back of the church for a second, and then I'm up here singing praise and worship, and he walks out. And then he comes back in again, and he walk out again. But now this time, it's time for the message. And my brother calls me up because he leads the service, and he calls me up in time for me to present the message. Now, when I go up to start presenting the message, the guy was sitting in the back, and he moved from the back, and he moved to the front seat over here in the corner. And when he moved in the corner, he got up when I started to speak the message, and he smiled at me. And he came right here where I'm sitting at, and that's where he just pulled the gun out. And I didn't, it wasn't no time to react. It was like, this is not happening, and I just tried to get out of the way of him shooting, because he pointed it right at me, and I just see it, I'm looking right down the barrel of a gun. I had time to speak with him twice. I spoke with him sitting when I was holding down for like 15 minutes to 20 minutes waiting for the police to get here. And then when he was in the police car, I went out and talked to him for another 10 minutes. And I asked him, what would make you want to do this? What would make you, what happened? He said, nothing. He apologized to me. And the guy told me that, he heard voices. Voices was in his mind. And when he heard the voices, he said that the voice told him, he said he heard spirits, and he said that the voices were in his head, and it said, go shoot the pastor.
I got to give God thanks for giving me the courage to do what I did. Not only is he the pastor, he's my friend, you know what I mean? And, that's how the mind reacts, you know what I mean? There's something that needed to be done, and I jumped up there and handled my business. Once the pastor had him in his custody, I took the gun off him.
To be honest with you, I haven't really had a chance to process it. The thing that broke me down the most is making sure that others wasn't processing it, incorrectly. And then the thing that hurt me the most, and it brings tears to my eyes, because I couldn't watch my daughter break down. And I watched my daughter, who's seen it all. It's hard for me to digest, but the event itself, maybe tonight I'll think about it and just realize what really happened. But everything happened so fast. It just happened so fast, and you just staying strong, but at the same token, why he want to come and pull a gun, and if not be for God, and I'm so grateful. He shot. You can hear the gun click. He shot, and he came towards me.